I looked at the cover and I was like, no, I don't want to watch that. It looks scary. Like, it just like had a skull face. It had this weird, I didn't know what was going on.
Spend a few minutes in Chris Fischer's Saskatoon home, and it's almost inconceivable there was a time when he didn't love the Star Wars universe. Luckily, he was able to overcome that early trepidation when the dark side was just a little too dark.
The kind of craft that went into the special effects and the storytelling, there's obvious archetypes and myths involved that you kind of grow to appreciate over time, but I think it was the movie magic of it that really captured my imagination early.
And while he is far from alone in his fandom, Fischer's in the process of taking his love for Star Wars to the next level by creating his own film that ties into the mythology. Rogue Bounty, a fan film, is set between episodes 3 and 4, roughly the same time period as the current theatrical film Rogue One. It follows a wise old sage and a young girl on the run who are helped by a bounty hunter.
And there's kind of a story, a bond that starts to develop between the bounty hunter and the young girl, because this young girl possesses powers, and you start to figure out, why would the Empire maybe want this young girl?
While Lucasfilm and Disney, which control the rights to the franchise, have been traditionally supportive of fan films, as long as they aren't made for profit and are respectful, there are other challenges to overcome. Even with technical advances, it's difficult to create an entire universe from scratch.
We have to be a real inventive and creative on a low budget to kind of go, well, how are we going to accomplish some of these kind of feats and have it look really good? We want it to look professional. We want it to have something that really will capture people's attention.
Much of Fischer's inspiration for the film came from the landscape of his home province. And even though the conditions here can vary quickly, from resembling the frozen planet of Hoth to the blistering heat of Tatooine, he is ready for whatever comes his way, as full-on filming takes place over the next few months.
The weather conditions aren't exactly the most integral things. A lot of the design elements that I've done, a lot of the pre-production's concept art, is very winter-based because I anticipate for a winter shoot. But if that changes along the way, then so be it.
His original script was for a full-length film, but budgetary restrictions mean it will likely end up a short. He is raising money through the crowdfunding website Indiegogo, with rewards for donors. He hopes to have the film completed by the fall, and that it will serve as a springboard to a galaxy of new opportunities.
The goal is to start out with something that we're all passionate about, and that's Star Wars. That's that franchise, but then we can move past that and we can do our own original stories. We can tell Saskatchewan-based science fiction stories. That's the whole point, and showcase talent here that's in the province.
In Saskatoon, I'm Simon Hyatt reporting.